Ever feel like your life is a giant streaming menu, but you're stuck rewatching the same bad sitcom on a loop? You keep hoping for a different episode, but the same characters and plot lines just keep showing up. Here's the kicker, and this isn't philosophy, this is physics. Scientists have proven that the tiniest building blocks of our world, the particles that make up everything, exist as a shimmering cloud of pure possibility until an observer looks at them. Imagine a potter's wheel spinning a shapeless lump of wet clay. It's not a bowl, not a vase, not a plate. It's just potential. The moment your attention, your consciousness, acts like a hand touching that clay, it instantly collapses that potential into a specific, solid object. That's not a metaphor. It's a scaled-up version of what happens in the quantum realm. The very same principle applies to the amount of money in your bank account, the quality of your relationships, and the state of your health. Stick around for the next 10 minutes, and I'll hand you the user manual that lets you become the sculptor of your own reality, shaping the clay on purpose. We were all raised on the mantra of grind hard, dream big. It's a cool slogan, but for most people, it leads to trash results. You're doing all the things you're supposed to do. You journal about your ideal life, you cut and paste a vision board, you drink the $12 celery juice, and you still end up feeling stuck in the same place, sleeping alone in a twin bed you've had since college. So you try harder, you hustle more. Being told to just believe harder is like your internet provider blaming you when the Wi-Fi drops. It's insulting, and it's not the real issue. The real bug isn't a lack of effort on your part, it's that you're running your entire life on the wrong operating system. You're trying to run modern, complex software on a system that was programmed with old, outdated code from your childhood, your culture, and your past failures. We need to install a system upgrade. Let's go back to 1801. Physicist Thomas Young performed an experiment that would shatter our understanding of reality. He fired single particles of light, one by one, at a wall with two vertical slits in it. Behind that wall was a detector screen. When no one was watching to see which slit the particles went through, something bizarre happened. Each particle, acting like a wave, seemed to go through both slits at once, creating an interference pattern on the back wall, a series of zebra stripes. But here's where it gets truly strange. The moment a detector was added to the experiment to observe which slit each particle went through, the behavior instantly changed. The particles stopped acting like waves and started behaving like tiny, predictable marbles. They went through one slit or the other, and the zebra stripes vanished, replaced by just two simple lines on the back wall, exactly where you'd expect them to land. Turn the detector off, the wave-like stripes come back. Translation: the simple act of looking, of observing, turns a wave of infinite possibilities into a single, concrete, solid reality. Even stranger, physicists later confirmed, you can decide to look after the particle has already passed the slits and still change what it did in the past. It's like mailing a sealed letter that's both a winning lottery ticket and a final notice bill at the same time. The choice you make to open it expecting a win is what determines what was inside it all along. Your decision in the present moment reaches back in time and defines the past. Legendary physicist John Wheeler, a colleague of Einstein, summed this all up perfectly. We live in a participatory universe. That might sound like a hippie slogan you'd see on a bumper sticker, but it's a conclusion drawn from decades of hardcore, rigorous physics. Think of the universe without a conscious observer as a radio scanning every single station on the dial at once. It's just a blur of incoherent static. Every possibility exists simultaneously as noise. You are not the one writing the songs or broadcasting the stations, but you are the one who tunes the dial. The moment you consciously focus on one specific frequency, a clear song, your experienced reality, your life emerges from the static. Physicists are still arguing about the exact mechanism of what tunes the dial, but they largely agree on one thing. You're the one holding the radio. Your consciousness is the tuning mechanism. It's easy to dismiss this as weirdness that only happens on a tiny subatomic scale. But this quantum weirdness scales up. It has to. Those quarks become atoms, those atoms become molecules. Those molecules form your neurons. Your neurons fire together to create thoughts. Your thoughts, when focused, spark beliefs and choices, and your choices are what create your career, your relationships, and your cash flow. It's an unbroken chain reaction. Here's the plot twist. As humans, we are absolute experts at doom-scrolling reality. It's not your fault. It's a feature of your brain's survival wiring. Your ancient neural circuits are designed to spot a potential threat 3 times faster and with more intensity than they spot an opportunity. It's an evolutionary hangover. That's why your focus is naturally and automatically glued to the worst-case scenario channel. This creates an invisible anchor. Every anxious peek you take at your dwindling bank account is another conscious vote for the I am broke reality. Every time you rehearse an argument in your head, you are instructing the universe to build a world where that conflict is real. Positive affirmations in the morning can't compete with a 24/7 fear feed that you're subconsciously broadcasting to yourself all day long. The good news is, you can stop being a passive cameraman filming a documentary of your problems and consciously steer the camera. For the next 7 days, I challenge you to try this. 1. Pick one clear, specific, and meaningful goal. Not more money, but receiving an unexpected $1,000. Write it down on a card as if it has already happened. I am so grateful for the unexpected $1,000 I received. 2. 3 times a day, morning, noon, and night, set a 90-second timer. Close your eyes and watch a mental movie of that goal already being achieved. Don't just see it, experience it with all your senses. What are you seeing, hearing, and feeling? Make it as vivid as binge-watching the final, triumphant season of your own show. 3. Inevitably, a worry or a doubt will try to barge in. Don't fight it, acknowledge it, and then for the length of a single, calm breath, intentionally swap back to your mental movie trailer. You're not wrestling the worry, you're simply and gently changing the channel back to your chosen program. Drop observer in the comments if you're committing to this for 1 week. Making a public declaration works. Studies on accountability say you'll be 42% more likely to follow through. Don't argue with the science, just type it. Particles of light don't have feelings, but you do. And this is your superpower. A clear mental image combined with a powerful, corresponding emotion is like pouring rocket fuel on a fire. The image directs the energy, but the feeling is what provides the spark and the power. EEG studies show that when you combine a clear intention with an elevated emotion like gratitude or joy, your heart rate variability becomes more coherent and your brainwaves shift into the alpha-theta state. This is the suggestible, hypnotic zone where memories and neural pathways can literally be rewired. You have to feel the reality of your success in your body now before it manifests. Feel the relief, the joy, the gratitude, as if it's already a memory. But if I feel too good about it, I'll jinx it. It won't happen. This is a common myth. And the antidote is detachment. This isn't about not caring. It's about deep trust. Think of it like ordering food at your favorite restaurant. You look at the menu, you clearly tell the waiter what you want, and then you let it go. You don't follow them into the kitchen to stare at the chef and micromanage how they cook your meal. That would be absurd. You trust the process. You go back to your conversation, enjoy your drink, and know that your meal is on its way. The same applies here. After your 90-second focus session, you must let go. Go do the dishes, lift weights, play a video game. Get your conscious, analytical mind out of the kitchen. Let the universe handle the cooking while you're away. As you practice this, watch out for a few common trapdoors. Trap 1, numb, whatever happens, happens vibes. Detachment is not apathy. Apathy is a state of powerlessness. Detachment is a state of supreme trust. It's the calm confidence of knowing you've placed your order and it's being prepared. Trap 2, trying it once or twice and rage quitting because you didn't win the lottery overnight. Science labs run an experiment thousands of times to validate a result. You are a scientist in the lab of your life. This is a skill. Have the patience to see it through. Trap 3, couch potato spirituality. Observation bends the odds in your favor. It doesn't teleport a pizza to your door when you're hungry. Studies have shown that people who just believe the universe will provide without taking aligned action actually work 30% less and earn 30% less. Your observation primes your mind to see opportunities, and then you must act on them. So here it is, the entire model. Reality is a giant radio dial with infinite stations of possibility, all playing at once as static. Your focused attention is what tunes that dial to one specific frequency. Your emotion is the amplifier that locks that frequency in and makes the signal strong. And your detachment is what allows the broadcast to come through clearly without interference from your own doubt. If you keep your dial tuned to the familiar static of scarcity and frustration, that's the music your life will play. But if you deliberately tune into the frequency of the win, feel it in your bones as if it's already here, and then let it go with trust, the symphony begins to change. It isn't magic, it's just physics, playing out on the scale of your life. Hard work without the right focus is just sweaty, frustrating wheel spinning in the mud. The universe isn't a finished, solid sculpture you have to chip away at. It's a block of unformed clay, and your sustained, feeling-toned attention is the primary tool that shapes it. Stop begging a silent universe for a better life and start observing it into existence, as if you're watching a movie that has already been made and you're just enjoying your favorite scenes. Try this for 1 week. Treat it as your own personal physics experiment. When strange coincidences start happening, when opportunities appear out of nowhere, don't call it luck. Call it your personal physics lab confirming your hypothesis. Smash that subscribe button and send this to that one friend who keeps complaining that manifestation ghosted them. New episodes on bending reality without the woo-woo fluff drop every week. Until then, observe wisely, and I'll see you in the next experiment.